coat soft as buckskin, and I figured then and there he ought to be called Lightbuck. That's if he needed a name, which of course he didn't. About then, his mother came looking for him. And I sort of aimed him in the right direction. I was glad to see him back where he belonged. And to tell the truth, I never really expected to see him again. Well, winter came on, and the wolves. I had things to do, and I'd long since dismissed him from my mind. I was no better off than the other critters on that range. We was all just coping and fighting to stay alive, wolves included. I tell you, that was the worst winter in 50 years. Winter-killed cattle was lying everywhere. Of course, that meant a break for the wolves, so at least some good came of it. But the grazing tribes were mighty hard hit. Grass eaters like the pronghorns were finding their forage pretty scarce. I knew it was going to be rough, and get even rougher when I watched the buffalo plodding along in drifts up to their knees. I wasn't doing too well myself. Me and Maud, we was barely getting by. Then one cold, freezing morning, I stumbled on Lightbuck. I knew it was him. The color was unmistakable, and I sort of had a feeling he recognized me, too. He was in kind of a fix, down in a drift with a bad leg. Sure prey for the wolves if I hadn't happened along. Well, Lightbuck, little fella, I says to myself, I got a way of talking to myself, you'd better come with me. Maud, old gal, I says, I talked to my burro like she could understand, which she does. Maud, old gal, you're gonna have a passenger. And that's how I met Lightbuck again. And that's how he came to spend the winter with me. You see, I was then heading for my winter diggings, which are a kind of special place. Now, some folks, they go off to places like Florida or some tropical island to get away from winter. Me and Maud and Lightbuck, we just plan on dropping down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. It's a whole different climate. Winter up on top and perpetual summer below. I'd long since found that by going down about 5,500 feet of altitude, I was practically going to a new climate zone and bringing the temperature up about 50 degrees at the same time. Little old light buck, he stuck it out with us, riding along real nice. The switchbacks and the drop-offs didn't seem to bother